3 reasons why I love this question so very, very much. And the first 2 are going to blow your mind. Number 1, I love the fact that you're skeptical. Why? Because that means you've already been hypnotized yourself by Hollywood to believe what they want you to think hypnosis really is. You should be skeptical about that. The reason why you should be skeptical about that is because what Hollywood has told you is complete and total, utter bullshit. Second reason why I'm excited that you asked this question is that you already get that this is about the science of the mind. It's not magic. Any of my so-called colleagues who tell you, oh, it's magic, it's spiritual, okay? Those people are absolute batshit crazy. And you say something to them about it, point them in my direction, yeah, they're nuts. And the third big reason why is, hey, hypnosis is better than a taser. And because of the question you asked me, I get to tell you why I'm so excited, why I'm so passionate about hypnosis. Now, in my Comedy Hypnosis show, my job is to be a comedian who does a comedy show that uses hypnosis. At no point is my job to, in any way, shape, or form, explain hypnosis. That's not my job. Now, a bunch of my colleagues will go out there and they will do a long, boring, painfully boring explanation of what hypnosis is. Some of them even call it a lecture. Here's the deal. I spent 4 years in college. I've been married to the same woman for the last 24 years. The last thing I need in my life is another lecture. And so I figure most of us would rather not get one from me. Okay, so I'm going to go out there. My job in my show is to make sure that you're having a good time. So let's get back to the first thing. Each and every one of us has been hypnotized before. Watching a movie is a great example. Now, you specifically asked, basically, how does this work? You kind of asked me a process question, and I'm glad you did. I don't have any secrets. I didn't invent hypnosis. So I'm more than happy to tell you. I'm gonna get to that here shortly, because you asked. What you're experiencing when you watch a movie, if you are driving in your car and you forget to make your turn because you're just zoned out, you're experiencing a state of trance. You just didn't know it was coming. And so it happened. If you're watching a movie, you're sitting there, you're in a place that is, number 1, you're feeling relaxed, you're calm. Usually a place that's comfortable. 2, you're focused. Your eyes are locked in on that screen, whether it's at home or in a theater. Your ears paying very close attention to everything that is happening, and you're taking in all that information in. And that leads to the third thing, rapid learning, a rapid intake of information. Calm, focus, rapid learning. Those 3 things, if 2 of those 3 things are true, you go into a state of trance. This is one of 2 ways you go into a state of trance. And your conscious mind moves from the foreground. And as you're watching this video right now, your conscious mind probably is in the foreground. It moves to the background. Your subconscious mind moves from the background into the foreground and is then open to accepting suggestions that you want to accept. Suggestions are good for your health, your safety, and your happiness, okay? I can't hypnotize you to give me all your passwords, okay? Besides, I don't want to see your browser history. Trust me, I already know this about me. Okay, I don't need to see that. Mine is disturbing enough. I'm not going to get you to go out and rob every convenience store in the area and then bring me the cash. That isn't going to be good for your health, safety, or happiness. Okay, so you're going to reject any crazy suggestions. But when people volunteer in a show, they're volunteering because they get the chance to become the star of the show. They get a chance to show their personality. And for a lot of us, that's pretty cool. So if you're watching a movie, before you even realize it, you have completely and totally accepted J.K. Rowling's suggestion to suspend disbelief. You accepted her suggestion. Forget it's just a silly movie. And suddenly you find yourself really, really hoping that Harry Potter does not fall off that broomstick and die, and instead he actually scores the Quidditch goal and saves the day. Now, you know already that Quidditch isn't a thing. Flying around on brooms, not a thing. But you're feeling it. That's an example of hypnosis. Share with you the second way we go into trance. So if you are in a state and I can get you focused, I can get you, and usually I do this, I say, hey, want your eyes right up here, or just look right in my eyes, or take a nice deep cleansing breath. And then I'll say something like, here, shake my hand, and I'll put my arm on their shoulder, and I will simultaneously surprise them by saying, sleep. I'm pulling them towards me. That word sleep, that surprise, is the second element, and pulling them towards me is getting them off balance, disrupting their equilibrium. When we combined focus, surprise, disruption of equilibrium, people tend to go sleepy night-night very, very, very quickly. I've got one video on here that shows me hypnotizing someone in less than 15 seconds. What I do a lot of times in my shows is I start off using the first approach, the more slow, subtle one, where I'm telling them a story or having them focus on different things, getting them calm. Just like a movie, I'll tell them a story, get them calm, focused, taking in information quickly, get them under, and then I'll come back through and do these rapid inductions or speed inductions later. Sometimes people go like, and if you scroll through my channel in the short feed, you'll see all kinds of people going down all kinds of different ways. Sometimes they're leaning over on their friends. Sometimes they're dropping all the way to the floor. One more thing, some of my colleagues get a bit butthurt about. Guess what? I've been taught by the best. When I do it safely. And nobody ever gets hurt. Because you don't just drop head first. You go down slowly when you're in that state of trance. In part because of the suggestion I've already given you. Now, the science of the mind. And here's the thing I want to be, and once again, I'll be more honest with you than my colleagues are gonna be. We know more, far more, about deep space and the deep sea than we do the human mind. We can't even for sure say where the human mind is physically located. We know the brain is inside my thick skull, or at least I had one. If I had one, it would be. The mind, I want you to think of the brain as the computer that runs the machine that is your body, and the mind is the software that operates on that computer for that machine that is your body. And I think that's really cool. With hypnosis, I'm dealing with the mind, not the brain. I'm giving instructions. Think of me as a computer programmer. Yeah, I'm just that much of a geek. I'm sorry. And so that's how it all works. On top of that, I want you to know I eat my own cooking. In 2019, my car was hit by a drunk driver. I ended up with a traumatic brain injury. How bad was it? Well, they told me that my cognitive function was at 35% a few days after the accident, which basically means that in 2024, if that was still going on, I would be probably leading in the election for president of the United States, because that would put me pretty much in par with the two guys who are the major party nominees. However, I wasn't willing to accept that. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that hypnosis cured me. I don't think it did. You won't hear me say it did. But here's the thing. When I realized how bad a shape I was in, I was lost. I did not even want to get out of bed in the morning. And hypnosis is what I used to fight to get better. Hypnosis is what I used just to get out of bed. And I went to work hard, and I ended up putting together a whole new medical team through the help of my wife, who was with me through time. It had to suck for my family so bad dealing with me at that time. And I was committed to coming all the way back and better. And I have. I came back very, very quickly. They were telling me I was looking at 5 to 10 years. I ended up with a clean bill of health in 6 months. And I still have some strange stuff. Sometimes you will see me stumbling over words, doing all these, I'll use so many filler words. It's like I ended up having a Kardashian plastic surgeon go nuts on me. I'm using so much filler. Also, I had a speech impediment when I was like about 5, 6, 7, and that's come back a little bit. It's okay. I'm all right with it. It doesn't really affect my life, because I get to go out there and I'm able to remember better. My memory is better than it's ever been in my entire life. I'm more creative than I have ever been in my life. And I don't think I would have gotten there. I'm not doing what I'm doing today without hypnosis. So I eat my own cooking, not just when I'm going up there, being an idiot on stage, getting people to do things like talk at Martian, call somebody on the hypnosis board to make a complaint about me, to heckle me, all the different things you folks see me do in these videos. I'm not doing it if it's not because of what hypnosis was able to accomplish for me. Once again, thank you so much for asking that question. For anybody who watched, please make a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my channel or followed me, please do. I would appreciate it. It means a lot. And hey, if you want to have a fun time and I'm in your area, or if you're putting together an event, reach out. We'd love to do a show just for you.